Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Switch to Movies, and we are here today to discuss the movie review of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So let's get started. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets picks up with the story of Harry as he's back at Privet Drive with his uncle and aunt for the summer holidays as he feels helpless to address the squeals and pleads of Hedwig as she is confined in a cage in Harry's bedroom, and as Uncle Vernon calls upon Harry only to shun him up again. Harry re-enters his room in astonishment as he finds a mysterious creature bouncing ecstatically upon the sheets of his bed. As Dobby the house elf asks Harry not to attend the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry this year, owing to a plot that intends upon the most terrible things to happen, the house elf unleashes his mischief at the Dursleys' place as Harry can't promise by the idea that he won't be retracing his steps back to the place he calls home. Now, the second installment, which is again directed by Chris Columbus, who directed the first outing of the series and is famous for directing the first two chapters of the Home Alone movies, is able to successfully recreate the magical aura that is so wonderfully framed up in the first chapter of the series. And as the audiences now become familiar with the surreal space of the Hogwarts castle, we are taken deep into the stories of the castle's history and the tale of the Hogwarts founders and the history of the Chamber of Secrets. Now, I feel that the movie has been wonderfully constructed thanks to the screenplay written by Steve Kloves that complements wonderfully to the original story of J.K. Rowling, and I think each aspect of the movie has been wonderfully carved out, from the initial warning from Dobby to the barrier enclosement at King's Cross Station to the mysterious voices within the Hogwarts castle and the grave consequences witnessed following the voices warning. And I think the second chapter of Harry Potter takes one step ahead of its predecessor, as there is more action and magic seen here than the film's previous chapter, as Harry embarks upon the visiting corridors of the castle, becoming familiar with the footprints of the magical community. I feel that the movie has many strong aspects, particularly in terms of its visual effects and cinematography, as the film opens up on a visually stunning note, transiting through the film's opening titles that reel through the stratospherical sky, wherein the camera then lays its lenses upon the roofs of the Privet Drive apartments, where the camera's capturing cast reintroduces us to the familiar lanes, while it comes down to rest upon the windows of Harry's bedroom as Harry is submerged into the thoughts of his visiting community, while he lays his pupils upon the album that Hagrid gifted him last year before he boarded upon the Hogwarts Express for his journey back into the Muggle world. Speaking of the film's production design that I spoke of in my previous video as well, I think the film is a perfect spectacle of the spacious castle of Hogwarts, and the sporting pitch for the game of Quidditch is just absolutely spellbinding. But I think the film perfectly explores to the castle's unseen section as well, right from Dumbledore's alluring office to the Chamber of Secrets fouling and serpentic scenery that is center stage with the skull and beard formation of Slytherin's faerie at the farthest end of the chamber's horror unleashing space. And I think every segment of the set designs has been impeccably designed, right from Weasley's warm-hearted and delightful dwelling to the Hagrid's most welcoming and ever gracious abode. Speaking of the film's editing and visual effects, I think the film has been wonderfully executed, from that rave and cloudy transition from the Hogwarts library to the Quidditch pitch scene to the neat compilation of differently pitched scenes as gloom lurks around Harry's bedroom as he is confined to his room by the bars put upon his window by Uncle Vernon, to Harry waking up in the dead of the night as dark skies spark with the headlights of the Weasley's vehicle. Speaking about the visual effects again, I think they have been wonderfully carved out, and every visual frame of the film, from the flying car's magical moments to the nail-gripping meeting with Aragog and his fellow spiders, have been stunningly created. And I think the visual team of the film brings alive every magical aspect of the story and leaves the audiences with an enthralling experience that keeps them glued to the edge of their seats. I'm going with 4 out of 5 for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. If the protagonist had got better of those sealed barriers and bewitched bludgers to stay on course for his second year of wizardry, but as warned, the heir of Slytherin had indeed returned to jot down yet another chapter of history. But fortunately for the boy who lived, Hogwarts had been finally rid of that malicious memory. To the boy who distinguished himself through a choice. Hey guys, if you like my video, you can click on the like and share button, and you can also subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss up on these types of videos. Let's come together and celebrate the magic of movies.